Are you following? What are the three methods in this class? Index of. What does index of do? Index of returns the index of the string that we are searching in the given string, right? Return type of index of is integer. It gives the index of the first occurrence of the given string. If the method returns -1, that means that the string is not a part of the search string. Length. Length returns the length of the whole string. Length returns the length of the whole string. Substring is used to find a smaller string in a larger string, right? It gives a part of the complete string. Substring method is overridden. Substring method is overridden. So we have a start and an end. So what do we do with these two? Start and end. What do we do? It gives the string starting from start till the index end -1. Till the index end -1. And what does substring start do? If you only pass one argument start, what does it do? It gives the string starting from that index to the last index of that string. Example. So we are looking for ABC. We are looking for ABC in this string which does not exist. So -1. We are looking for length of the string. Length of the string str1 is 1, 2, 3 and 4, which is length of str is 4. 5 to 13 we tried printing the substring. 14 it printed is a test. Is a test. Then finally we said substring starting from 5, give me the complete substring. It gave me the complete substring. Is this clear? We'll pause here for a couple of minutes. If you have any doubts, please ask. Okay, let's continue. So what are the other two methods? It is two lowercase and two uppercase. What are the other two methods? to lowercase and to uppercase. What do these two methods do? So one of these methods, it converts the string to uppercase, that is all capitals. So let's try. Let's try that out. To uppercase. Str dot to uppercase. It takes no arguments. What will it do? It will convert the string to uppercase. So this is a test string and we'll find a value in it. What does it do? It simply converts the complete string to uppercase, to capital letters. It converts the complete to capital letters. It converts the complete string to capital letters. Now, let's modify our test string. Let's modify this string to all capitals. Now, what will this do? What was this do? R1 to lower case. What will it do? It will convert to lower case. If we run this, what will happen now? Test will, okay, sorry. It converts str to lower case. So test was capital here. It converted into test. But the interesting thing to see here is my original string is not modified at all. These methods, they do not modify my original string. They create a copy, perform an operation and return a new string. So str is equal to, it's still the same value. Now if we see, compile, run, my original strings are still the same, right? My original strings are still the same. See, here we converted this string to uppercase. It was converted, a new object, but my original string was still the same. My original string was still the same. Is it clear? Okay, let's look at the next slide. So these are the examples that we just saw. Let's quickly revise them again. So I have two strings, S1, the value is toward Regis. I have another string called S2, the value for this is Marty step. So what are the index in the string S1? Index 0 has S, index 0 has S, index 1 has T, and so on. What is it at index 8? E. So when I say S1 dot length, what did I get? 12.
3 o'clock.
Why? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 8, 10, 11. This is 10, 11. Due to space constraint, I did not write 10. Right? So the length of the string is 12. Last index plus 1. Why? The index of the strings also starts with 0, just like array. What is the index of E? Where is E? E is here. It is 8. Substring 7 to 10. When I say substring 7 to 10, what does it mean? 7 included and 10 not included. What is 7? R, E, G. Now 10 is not included, so only R, E, G. Right? Now S2 substring 2 to 8. What is 2? 0, 1, 2. R. What is 8? E not included. So it will give RTY space ST. Okay, ST has gone down. ST has gone down. Let's put it to a new line. It will be more clear. So it simply says RTY ST. Now let's say we have the following string, building Java program. So, and these are the indexes 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and so on. So it's a task for you now. In your notebooks, write the command to extract the word Java from this string. Write the command to extract the string Java from the first string. Try it out, please. Please try it out. We'll pause here for 2 minutes. Try this out. Alright. So the answer would be book dot substring 9 included and 13 excluded till 12. Right? Now how would you extract the first word from any string? So how will I extract the first word, the complete word? That is building. So how will I extract the first word from any string? How can I do it? Can you people guess? How can I extract the first word from any string? Please try it out. Think of a logic how you can extract the first word from any string. Then we'll see the example. We'll actually write a program for this. But can you please try yourselves? Let's write this program. Vim extract first word dot java public class extract first word. Right now, what is my first word? This is this is my first word. Right, this is my first word. Now, what do I notice? I notice if I find the index, what do I need to find? What do I need? I need the index of this white space, right? I know how can I get index? Int index is equal to str dot index. What all methods do we have? We have index of, right? We have index of space. What will this give me? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What will it give me? System dot index of first white space is index, right? Now I can take a new string. I can take a new string str1 to get str dot substring 0 to index. 0 is inclusive, index is exclusive. 0 is inclusive, index is exclusive. I simply say system dot println str1. What will it do? It will this. Did I do this? So it will extract the first word. We find the index of white space, the first white space, and then simply pass it to substring starting from 0 to that location. Note down this program, please, and try it in your labs today. Let's continue. So how can I methods like substring, to lowercase, extra return a new string, right? They return a new string. So if simple example being, if I say string s is lil bow wow, and I call S2 uppercase, my original string still remains same. My original string still remains same. Like we tried. If we have to modify it, we have to assign it to the same variable again. We have to assign it to the same variable again. This is an important interview question. Please make a note of it. If we have to update the actual string variable, we have to assign the value to it again. So we can also pass strings as parameter to a method, right? We can also pass strings as a parameter to a method. How do we do that? Let's look at an example. Best way is to pick up your laptops, your computers, and try examples. So we declare a class public class string arg public static void main string args string str is equal to hello. Let's keep names. Name is equal to Rashika. String name 1 is equal to Aparna. Now let's declare a method that takes argument of type string. Public string display add string, right? Now what does this method do? It takes an argument of type string and returns a new string. So I say string str is equal to hello, return str plus name. What does this method do? It takes a name as an argument and returns, adds hello to it and returns. So let's see. So if I call, right? Okay, let's name this method to say hello. Makes more sense, right? So we simply say hello name, and we again say Java string arg.java. Okay. Why did we get that error? Because we cannot call an object without creating an object. Let's create an object of the class string arg strarg equal to new string arg. What will Java do? Java will automatically insert a default constructor. I simply have to say strarg dot strarg dot, right. What will this do? Now if I run this, should not see any okay spelling mistake where here. There's a spelling mistake here. Save it. I run it. Cannot find. Okay, another spelling mistake. We somehow got a W here. Let's remove it. Okay. Let's run the program. It says, hello Rashika, hello Aparna. Now, how does the flow of the program go? We declare two strings, Rashika, str, and str1 as Aparna. We declare two strings as str as Rashika and str1 as Aparna. Now, when we call this method system.out.println, it internally calls another method, say hello. It calls say hello and it passes name, which is Rashika. Now, what does this method do? It declares a string hello, it adds and creates a new string object and returns. That new string object is returned to a println and println prints hello Aparna, hello Rashika. Is that clear? Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay, let's carry on then. So, how do we compare two strings? Right? How do we check if two strings are equal or not? Right? How will we get that? How can we check if the two strings are equal or not? How do we check if the two integers are equal? Using the equality operator. We use the equality operator. Now, if I try the same equality operator on strings, what happens? Let's see. Vim string equality dot java. Str is equal to test. We have two equal strings. Now let's print the output. Simply say str is equal to str1. What will be the output of this program? Any guesses? Any guesses? Any guesses? So what will be the output of this program? What will be the output of this program? What will it say? It says true. Okay. There are no errors. It says true. Now, can I do what happens if I change it? Now, are the two strings equal? Are the two strings equal? str is test, str1 is test2. Why? Let's recompile. Says false. So, is this the correct way? Is this the correct way to compare two strings? Okay. Now, this works. This works. But what if I pass a value here? Is true. Okay. So it's false. Right? So, right? So now let's write a program to analyze it better. So if str is equal to test system dot out dot println test string, right? Now let's run this program. Str has test which is equal to this, it prints. So it is actually not supposed to work. It actually gives false at times, but not always. So we don't use equal to operator for str. What do we use? What do we use? We use the equals operator. So how do we compare two strings? We simply say str dot equals test, right? We use the equals operator, equals method. So what is the equals method used for? Equals method is used for comparing true strings to strings. We don't use equal to operator because at times even when the two strings are equal it gives false. Why? Because it compares the object reference. It compares the object reference, right? So always remember, to compare two strings we use equals. We use equals. So now we have the string different test methods. So what are these test methods for string? Equals. What does it check? Whether the two strings contain the same characters. Then we have equals ignore case, that irrespective of the case, smaller or upper, the characters are same or not. Starts with whether one character start other one contains other characters that start, ends with, and contains. So we'll look at all the examples of this string. But before we do that, is the equals method clear? Please look at it again and understand why don't we use equal to operator. If there are any doubts, please ask me. I'll pause here for 2 minutes. Alright, let us continue then. So we have the following operators. Let's see what do they do. So let's say we have two strings this, right? We have the following two strings. So if I say system.out.println str.equals str1, what will be the output of this program? It will be test and test. The two words are same, but their cases are different. Which says false. It says false. So if we want to have a special case where we want to see whether the characters in both the strings are same or not, what do we do? Right? Equals method. What do we do? We simply say system.out.println equal ignore case method. We use equal equals ignore case method equals ignore case str1, right? We use equals ignore case str1. We run this and it says true. Characters in both the strings are same. Characters in both the strings are same, right? Then we have starts with. Let's say we have another string called str test is a example. We will check if it ends with test, right? We'll check if it ends with test. Now if I say system dot out dot println starts with method. If I use starts with method, if I say str, okay, I have two strings named str, that will give an error. I need to name it str2. str2 str2 starts with str. Does str2 starts with str? Test. Yes, it does. What should it say? It should say true. It should say true, right? But if I say str starts with str1, does str start with str1? No. The answer is no. It says false. It says false. Now let's have our next method. Ends with method str2 dot ends with str1 sorry, the string ends with test. The string ends with test. What should be the output? False or true? Should be true. My string ends with true. Now let's modify. Will ends with check the last word or the last characters? Does it work with et also, st also? The last two characters are S and T. What will this out? What will be the output of this? True. That means ends with method checks the characters. Checks the characters. Right? It checks the characters. And then we have a method called contains. We have a method called contains. I simply say str dot contains if. Is there a if at any location in this method? The contains method goes, compares and says true. I found if. I found if. It can be at any location. If it is not present, then it will say false. It will say false. Take a look at all these methods. If you have any doubts, please ask me now. I'll pause here for 2 minutes. Look at all these methods. Okay, let us continue then. So we have seen a data type called character. We have seen a data type called character. So what is character? What does it do? So character is a primitive type, represents a single character. It represents a single character. So each character inside a string is stored as a char value. Stored as a char value. Now for string we use double quotes. For string we use double quotes. But characters are declared with single apostrophe or a single quote. Right? And character values can be concatenated with strings. Character values can be concatenated with strings. So now string also has a character at method, right? What does it do? It basically prints the characters. Now let's write a program. Vim char string dot java. So public static void main. Okay. Right. Let's have a string. Let's have a string. What? Let's have a string as a long string. Let's call it str is equal to, this is a test string.
This is a test string. Okay. Now, if I say for I equal to, I declare a variable called int I. I say I equal to 0. I less than str dot length, right? What is the length of the string? 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. This is 21. So length of the string is 21. So the length of the length of str is 21. So the index will start at 0. Index of last character will be 20. Index of the last character will be 20. So it will start from 0. It will go then less than 21. I plus plus, right? I simply want to print every character. How do I do it? System dot out dot println. I say str dot char at IE. Char at IE. Now what will it do? This loop will go on from 0 to 20, right? First it will print char at 0, then print char at 1, right? So let's see, right? How do I run it? Java char string, right? What does it do? It prints single character every time. This is a stress string. What does it do? It prints a single character every time, right? So, similar example, right? And what is the return type of caret? It returns character. It returns character. Caret is a method of string class. Caret is a method of string class. What is its return type? Return type is character. It returns a single character at the given index. It returns a single character at the given index. Right? Now, char versus int, how are they related? Now, all the character values assigned numbers are assigned numbers internally by the computer. They are called ASCII value. They are called ASCII value, right? So, if I say, if I say, what is the value of A? ASCII value of A. What is the ASCII value of A? Right? So ASCII value of A is 65. Capital A is 65 and small a is 97. Right? Then what will the ASCII value of capital C? If ASCII value of capital A is 65, B is 66 and C is 67. Right? And what is the ASCII value of small d? It will be 100. It will be 100. So computer internally refers these characters also as integers. Assign integer values to the characters and all the variables, not variables, all the possible alphabets and symbols, right? So if I miss, if I mix gar and int, so let's say, let's try this example. right? And I say integer x is equal to a. So what will this do? It will automatically assign the ASCII value of a. Automatically assign the ASCII value of a. This is 65. What did it do? I said int x is equal to a character. So what did it get? Got the ASCII value of that character. So if I change this now, let's change this and let's make it to a symbol. So let's keep it as some symbol like bracket, like bracket. It says the ASCII value of ASCII value of character is this. So let's change it to ABC and let's modify G here. The ASCII value of ABC is X. Is X. The ASCII value of G is 71. The ASCII value of G is 71. Similarly, whenever we add two, whenever we add an integer and a character, we get output as integer. So let's say I have another char called char def is equal to small a. What is the capital value, ASCII value of G? 71. What is the small capital value of 97? Right? And I say int x is equal to ABC plus DEF. ABC plus DEF. Right? So what will be the value of x? What will the value of x now? It will be 71 plus 97. What is 71 plus 97? 168. 168. Now, if I have another char, let's say y, and if I assign x to it, what will happen? What will happen now? Will it automatically convert to a char or will it give an error? Will it automatically convert to a char or will it give an error? Let's try it out. It says no, I cannot convert x to char. Why? What is the size of x? It is 4 bytes. What is the size of int? Size of int is 4 bytes. What is the size of char? 1 byte. So can I force Java to convert it like this? Can I do this? Can I do this? Yes, I can. Right? I can. And it prints the value as 2 dots. So let's take a smaller value. So let's take a and equal to. Now if we compile and run it again, then space. We get a white space. Okay. What is the ASCII value of 1? Updating white space only. Okay. So this is called typecasting. This is called typecasting. If I put a type in front of another type, it converts the data type of one type to the other type. It converts the data type of one type to the other type. We'll look at it in detail in the coming classes. For now, just remember these are called type. This is called typecasting. This is called typecasting. What are ASCII values? What are ASCII values? Okay, now let's do this. Let's convert a plus 2. Now what is the ASCII value of a? 65 plus 2 is 67. That is the ASCII value of C. So it will print, what will it print? C. So right now, why did this work and why didn't this work? Because it was not assigned to anything. It took the ASCII value, did not save it in int, so there was no lossy compression, right? There was no lossy compression error. Similarly, if I say capital A plus 2, what will it print? It will print capital C. It will print capital C. Now, can I also subtract? Can I also subtract from this? Yes, I can. So it prints the ASCII value of this. Prints the ASCII value of this. Okay. Now char versus string. Now if we declare a single character with double quotes, it becomes a string, right? If we declare a single character with double quote, it is a string. But a single character with a single quote is character. A single character with a single quote is character, right? Okay. So if I say string to uppercase, it gives me the uppercase. If I say h dot length, it gives me the length, right? And 0. So char is a primitive type, right? String is a class, right? String is an object of a class. So if I call uppercase on character, what will it do? It will give me an error. It will give me an error. Now question, what is s plus 1? S plus 1 will be T. S plus 1 will be T. Now can we compare two character values with double equal to? Yes, we can. Right? We can compare two character values using equal to equal to. There is no equals. Equals is a method of class string. We can use all these with character. Let's try it out. Java char equal, not Java. Okay, sorry. Should be vim public class char equal. Simply say public static void main string args. What do I do next? Click void main Let's have two characters. A is equal to A and character B is equal to B, right? And let's have a third character as C. So I can do the following things. I can check if one character is less than other. A is less than B. A less than B. I can check if A. I can check if A is equal to B. And I can also check if A is not equal to B. Now, what should be the output of these programs? What should be the output of these statements, print statements? What will be the output of these print statements? Let's try it out. So this should be true. Should be true. Let's compile it. Okay, it says it cannot combine string and char. So what do I need to do? I need to put all these in brackets. So it says A is less than B, true. A is equal to B, false. A is not equal to B, true. Now what happened here? This plus operator has a higher precedence. Has a higher precedence. So it was executed before less than operator. Hence we got the error. Right? Hence we got the error. So I think we should start this string buffer and string tokenizer tomorrow. Yeah. So let's stop here. Okay, let's do one more topic today, and then we'll continue from string tokenizer tomorrow. Okay. So now we know in Java string cannot be modified. Once we have declared a string, it cannot be modified. So now how do we if we have to, we know we have a requirement of appending several strings at runtime and then forming a final string. What should we do? We should use a string buffer. We should use a string buffer. String buffer is a synchronized and it allows us to mutate, that is modify. Mutate means modify. What does synchronized mean? Synchronized means only one person or one program, one class, one object can modify it at a time, right? So string buffers have many methods to manipulate the string, and this is more useful in a multi-threaded environment. We'll see what are multi-threaded environments, right? But it always has a locking overhead. We'll see all this when we do multi-threading. So example being, so let's say I declare a new string buffer as hi. I can append something to it and then print it. So let's straight away go to the program. The best task is to take a program. Buffer example dot java. So let's declare a class. Public class
string buffer example, right? Public
It's 4 o'clock.
static void main. So I have a string buffer. I have a string buffer called test. I have a string buffer called test. Okay. So now what do I want to do? I want to append something to it. Append is, let's write something else meaningful. Mm, hello, hello, Shri Ram. I want to append Shri Ram to it. Now I can straight away print it. Out dot println buffer. Now what will this do? Will this run or will this give a compile time error? This will compile. It says hello Shri Ram. It says hello Shri Ram. So using string buffer, I can append strings. Now what happens in string class? A new object is created every time. A new object is created every time. Every time we modify a string, a new object is created. But in string buffer, that is not the case. That is not the case. String buffer modifies the same object. Modifies the same object, right? So I can also do this buffer. It has methods like buffer dot reverse. Now what do I do? If I print it reverses the string. Hello Shri Ram. Now let's compare it with a string. I had a string with the name str. I defined it as hello, right? Now how do I append something to a string? I simply say str plus test. Now this str plus test string also has an append method, right? Now this will not modify the actual string, but buffer dot append modifies the actual buffer object, right? Even if we call str dot append something, what happens? We need to assign it to str again, right? We need to assign it to str again. But in case of buffer, that is not the case. Buffer directly appends modifies the same object, right? So string buffer is the mutable, that is mutable version of string class. Okay, it is a mutable version of string class. So string objects are mutable, and and as soon as they grow, it affects the performance, right? So objects needs to be expanded during an append or insert. A new array is created and the old data is copied to it. So how does it work? It creates an array, it fills it up with the string, it allocates a memory. Let's say 100 characters is the maximum I can do now. So once my buffer length goes to 100 character, it creates a new array, copies everything from the old array to the new array, right? And we need to use capacity and ensure capacity to minimize expansion, right? So length method returns the length. The capacity method returns the maximum capacity of the buffer, and ensure capacity ensures that it at least has this much. So let's try to print all this. So we have a buffer. I know it's your lab time, just give me 2 more minutes. So the capacity is 21. Total capacity is 21. So it can store 9 more characters. So the actual length is less. How much it is? It is only 12 now. So once we have this, so let's do this. Let's append something else to the buffer. So let's do this. We'll see a live example what happens. So this is important guys. Buffer dot append test, adding characters to the buffer to increase the size and capacity, China, right? Capacity. Now if I do the same thing again, now what are we doing? First we are taking a smaller buffer, we are printing the capacity and length, then we are adding more things to the buffer and then checking its capacity and length. So now see, earlier the capacity buffer was only 21, the length was 12, which was enough. Now after I added a long string to the buffer, the capacity was automatically increased to 78, which is equivalent to its length. Equivalent to its length. Is it clear? Any questions? Okay, you can go to your labs, practice all the programs that we have discussed in class today. We'll meet again at same time, 2 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you guys.